As a child, I wound up living with my grandparents after about the age of 5. And my grandfather would generally get home from the mills around 3:30 or so, and I'd run up to greet him and get a hug. And when my mother would come home later on in the day from downtown Pittsburgh, I'd run up to her and get a hug from her. But there were some of those days when they'd come through the door and they would charge past me, heading up the stairs, saying, "Man on a mission," or "Woman on a mission." You can guess what room they were heading for, right? I eventually also adopted that "man on a mission" sort of statement. The question I have for you today is, if we understand what the word mission means relative to the church. Certainly we hear of mission churches, small groups planted elsewhere to try to draw people to Christ. We know about the missions established by the Spanish explorers up and down Mexico and the California coast, and we go and visit these beautiful buildings today. But the term mission in relationship to the church that I speak of is the task that Christ himself has given to each one of us. You see, we are an apostolic church. You are connected to Christ through my apostolic succession. Or Bishop Ricky, more appropriately, since he's now the Bishop of Florida. But through his apostolic succession, we are connected to Christ. We are connected to what it said in that gospel reading of "Go forth and make disciples of all men and women, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit." Too many times we think that's the job that belongs to the priests or the deacons, when it's really all of our jobs, because we're all part of an apostolic church. So you each have a direct charge from Christ, just like I do, to go out and bring others to him. And so how do you do it? There's a little axiom that goes around on Facebook every while. Preach the gospel. When necessary, use words. It is by the actions of our lives that we let others know that we are believers in Jesus Christ. It is by loving others when we really don't want to love them. Forgiving others when we really don't want to forgive them. Of reaching out to others when we would rather stay at home by ourselves. That shows us to be Christian in this world today. I love the Feast of the Ascension. It has two of my most favorite pieces in it. God mounts his throne to shouts of joy, a blare of trumpets for the Lord. And men of Galilee, why are you standing here looking up to heaven? It's like, okay, folks, he's gone. Go and get busy. At the end of this Mass today, it's time for each of us, in our own way, to go and get busy and bring others to Christ.